Mademoiselle becomes Harley Quinn. Comb your hair and paint and powder. You act proud and I'll act prouder. You sing loud and I'll sing louder. Tonight we're setting the woods on fire. You're setting the woods on fire. We'll take in all the honky tonks. Tonight we're having fun. We'll show the folks a brand new dance that never has been done. Ha! I don't know balls of Jenny setting the woods on fire. Who thinks we're silly? You be Daffy and I'll be Kelly. We're gonna run to balls of Jenny setting the woods on fire. No.
If you thought I was going to do this review without going back to the Batman 2004, Setting the Woods on Fire with Kevin Michael Richardson as Joker and the second Harley Quinn, you thought wrong. You thought wrong, because I remember that. Because my mind went back to that. That was like the first time that the Joker and Harley sang a duet in media. They sang together, and then we got this movie. So yeah, we were all warned. But actually, I enjoyed it to a degree. I now judge these movies by, am I entertained? And I was entertained, but this was not the groundbreaking movie that the first one was. This was more forgettable. And how forgettable. And I do give it a B. I gave it a B minus. I'll remind you at the end, okay, what letter grade I gave it. But yeah, it wasn't that. Well, let's give it now a B. B minus. I would say that this is more like a B minus to a C plus, but I'll give it a B minus. Because I think both actors, both Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix, their performances were good, very good. So in case you're not sure about my videos, this is a spoiler review. And of course, as you saw the movie, you did. This is Todd Phillips' last Joker movie. I'm curious what the Italians thought of this movie. Yes, very good, very, very good, because they saw it a month ahead. So we got, and of course, Zazie Beetz is back because Zazie Beetz is not dead. The whole joke about it was that, did she die or did she live at the end of the movie? So you got Harry Lawley as Harvey Dent, Two-Face. Now, he does sort of become Two-Face at the very end, but we don't see him turn into a criminal. Much like the Batman, Beware the Batman, when Christopher McDonald, you remember Christopher McDonald, he did Star Trek, The Next Generation. He's done sitcoms. He's done a lot of different projects. He's a voice actor as well. He played Harvey Dent, but didn't turn into a super criminal yet. You got Joaquin Phoenix. You got Lady Gaga. You got Jacob Laughlin. There's all kinds of people, okay? And I got to say, though, it was cooler when Superman did it. Instead, you got the pimple-faced teen at the end. Oh, wait, Mr. Joker, before you go, I got to tell you a joke. You want to hear a joke? It's very quick. It won't take long. And is that right? 190 to 200 million as opposed to 50 to 70 million for Joker? That's a lot. And what did we get? Less story, more expense, more CGI, more flashery, more. That's going to Lady Gaga's her savings account, right? Yeah. So we got. Yeah, I recognize this guy. I think he was one of the guards, or somebody was the interviewer, right? Brendan Gleeson was the main security guard that talked to Joker. Ken Leung is in he's in Smallville. He's in different sci-fi shows, and of course he shows up. He shows up in Joker, of course. He's not Principal Quan, and he's the Joker in this one. Caitlin Griffith. There's different. I think this is the character that does the Joker in Arthur Fleck. I believe she's the attorney. So there's different people. It was hard to keep up. I missed the first couple of minutes, but I caught it just in time. I was watching, and I watched this in 4DX. Now the scenario is that Arthur Fleck is up for trial. He's talking to a therapist. It feels like a continuation of the first movie where he's talking to more therapists. It's Todd Phillips' direction, so the pacing and the lighting is nice. It starts out all right. Joker and Arthur Fleck, they're trying to, his original attorney, his defense attorney, is trying to argue that they're two different people, that he shouldn't die. So I don't know what's going on. It's just a mess. It's one thing after the other. they can't seem to give him the death penalty legally. So of course he gets done in at the end in the stupidest way. But he meets Harleen Quinzel. Now, based on the first movie, when I saw Lady Gaga come in, right, I had my sort of my Joker 1 helmet on. Now, there may have been a lot of you who looked at the movie and thought, no, Harleen's not really there. Harleen Quinzel is all in his head. And there's nothing that defers you from that until we get to the fire in the piano. But before the fire in the piano, and before everybody talks about her, right? Everybody talks about her. She's interacting with everybody. We do see things from her point of view. Before all that happens, she looks like she's part of Arthur's imagination, and maybe that's the way Todd Phillips played her out to make it look like, oh, this is all fake. This is going to happen all over again. Roll up my eyes. What is this shit? And I was like, if this is, I mean, if they kill her, that's shit, right? But they don't kill her, they kill him. Um, she's basically the girl that like wanted to have Charles Manson's baby and get married. Maybe that was Todd Phillips' inspiration because there was a woman that wanted to get married to Charles Manson, and the state said no, that you could not marry Charles Manson. Doesn't matter now, but that was something of note. And so you got Lady Gaga. She comes from a field of psychiatry, so she's not a formal psychologist or psychiatrist, but she is somebody who studied it. She took med school. She had rich parents, but she gave Arthur a narrative because she wanted the Joker to come out. She wanted the Joker. She didn't want Arthur Fleck. She wanted the Joker, and the Joker was a thing that he created. Um, and you got Harvey Dent instead of Thomas Wayne because Thomas Wayne's dead, and we don't see anything more about Bruce Wayne. Nothing mentioned, nothing at all. But we do see Harvey Dent, and Harvey Dent is he kind of looks like Cameron Monaghan from Gotham a little bit. He's a younger guy with glasses, trying to like who is this piece of shit, right? So Arthur Fleck ends up dropping his lawyer. Harleen is happy with that. The musical stuff, we got to get to the musical stuff. And I do notice Pepe Le Pew and the cat a few times in the Looney Tunes stuff in the asylum in the prison, right? And it does look like Arkham Asylum. Like after a time, when you look at it, it's like really neat. The aesthetics are very good. Um, some of it's okay. The 4DX effects feels a little forced, but it's all right. It's a good experience. Um, I like the musical performances that we get. The stage performances are very good. There's meaning into when Harleen shoots the Joker, shoots him in the stomach. Maybe he's seeing his own future. She does him in. Now, of course, did Harleen pay somebody to kill him off? I don't know. There's a lot of what ifs. But he was supposed to meet somebody at the end of the movie, and he didn't do it. Never got there. So, and we do see Penny Fleck for like one cameo. And we finally see Zazie Beetz. We see the social worker from the first movie. We see Puddles. That's his name, Gary Puddles or whatever his name is, and that's the little man, the dwarf from the first one. That's like, what are you doing, Arthur? Remember that? He shoots the big fat guy in the head, and then the little guy's like, oh shit, you know. So that happens, right? He talks to him. Puddles survives the second movie. Everybody who was in the first movie survived the second movie except Arthur Fleck. Harvey Dent's trying to make a case. He's trying to really win big as a district attorney, putting Arthur Fleck, putting him on the Green Mile, putting him on the executioner's block, putting him in the chair, basically. And so everything. So at some point, Arthur Fleck tells the court, Because here's the thing, he's winning big as Joker. He drops his attorney and then he represents himself, and then he decides, and then he's gonna take on the courtroom as the Joker. Then he goes back one day back to the prison. He gets ass raped in prison. I assume. Okay. These guards either ass rape him or shove something up his ass. So he's not in a good mood. But he has followers. I mean, there was the moment where, so he tells the jury, he tells the audience, he tells the people of the court, the judge, that there is no Joker. It's a fantasy. It doesn't really exist. Just blow it all up. So at that point, Harley Quinzel, she stands up, looks disappointed, and walks away and never talks to him again, except the last scene where she has the Arlene Sorkin hair at the end. But she's made it to look up like Harley Quinn, and she looks really good. She has this, she kind of looks, her outfit looks a little bit better than Mia Sara's did from Birds of Prey, 2002 to 2003. You'll have to look that up. And yeah, she was really mad, but she's having his baby. She decides to never talk to him ever again. And there's this big explosion that comes. I was like, yes, good. I was like, we got something happening. But the explosion just causes chaos. I think it just kills everybody in the room that was there. Maybe it blows up. Maybe everybody. Who knows? Some people may have left. Some people may have still been there. But Harvey Dent was there, and his face got torn in half. Not as bad as I would say, like as in The Dark Knight or Batman Forever. And this actor is like, how many would that be? The fifth? Is he the fifth actor to play a live action Harvey Dent? I think he is. So who knows what happens to him? But Joker tries to escape. He has a couple of Joker followers. The scenes where he's walking out, it's very similar to when Bruce Wayne is in the middle of Ground Zero in Batman v Superman. There's smoke everywhere. He's trying to figure out what's going on. And there's fog, there's smoke, there's debris. So he tries to get Harleen to run away with him. Just let's go somewhere. She wouldn't do it. She wanted the Joker. She wanted somebody to cause chaos and madness and destroy everything. She wanted, a different order. So the police catch him, and he gets stabbed, much like Batman v Superman. I feel like Batman v Superman and some other movies just inspire this. It was a mess. Now, I still enjoyed these moments where you had Harleen and you had Joker. But I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. I think the performances were very good. I think Todd Phillips, as far as caring about the character, he gave a damn. But simply, he just didn't have much for them to do. And with that, the lights go out, and it was I gave it a B-, C+. I think you can wait to get it on VOD, but you don't need to watch it now. You only watch it if you have literally nothing to do, or you can watch The Wild Robot. But I'm going to watch Superman and Lois, and then we'll find out how bad that one is. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. I mean, like the Penguin's doing very well now on HBO Max, but who knows what's going to happen with the Penguin. If they made a second season of that, probably be worse. Somehow, sequelitis just affects the Joker badly. Just leave him be. Jack Nicholson was cooler falling from a cathedral with a gargoyle tied to his leg.